Class time again with your counselor. Today I'm going to bring as your instructor, your teacher, your counselor. I'm going to bring a topic called parental responsibility versus self-responsibility. Parental responsibility versus self-responsibility. It says parental responsibility involves learned and unlearned behavior. It involves the role modeling of right versus wrong behavior. Parental responsibility involves the rules we set for ourselves and our children before and after the point of conception, and also through the remaining developmental stages from toddler, child, kid, teen, and early adult. The rules are do what I say and not what I do. The rules also say what's done in the house stays in the house. Number one says, do you believe parents should be held responsible for anything and everything their children do until they make the age of 18 years old? Do you believe that we should be held responsible, right? Or you or your mama and them should be held responsible for some of the stuff you do, the mess you do, or whatever you do, right? Number two, do you believe your parents, friends, spouse, significant other, or yourself is responsible for making you beat your partner and for you catching 52 weeks of domestic violence classes? Do you believe that? I've heard that, because I've been doing this, a little over 17 years. So, number three, if and when a person begins to use and abuse drugs, do you believe their parents, significant other, and friends should be held responsible for their drug abuse process and their recovery process? Do you believe that? It's something you might want to think about. I mean, that syrup process and that appeal process, and yeah, you're gonna have to get to a point to find out. Okay, number four. If you were to judge yourself for your recent violent behavior, who would you say should be held responsible? Who would you say should be held responsible for you beating your partner and catching 52 weeks of domestic violence classes? Your significant other, your friends, or your parents? Should they be held responsible? Because what you saw. Do you think you can get away or take that to the court and say, hey, Your Honor, Judge, uh, it's my stepdaddy's fault. It's my biological daddy's fault. It's mama's fault that I'm beating my partner, or, you beating your husband. Think about it. Number five, do you believe or feel if you have sex with someone and they get pregnant and have a child that you didn't want, that it should be solely the woman's responsibility to take care of that child by herself? Because you told her you didn't want no kids. You told her this. You didn't put no condom on or nothing like that. But you told her, I didn't want no babies. I just want some of that. I just want to get a little bit of that. This way, this position, that, and boom, now you pregnant. So if you get pregnant, it ain't on me. So you say. But you find out later there's some real truth to your mistakes. All right, number six. Does anyone feel or believe that it is still your parents' responsibility to allow you to live with them and take care of you after you have made 18 years old? Do you think it's still their responsibility? Mama can't put me out. Daddy can't put me out. Go, she acting funny because she got a new boyfriend. Or mama, or daddy acting funny because he got this chick. So, this still my house. We got the same last name. So they can't put me out. Is that what you think? Could be something that's stunting your growth. Even the bird family will kick their little ones out of the nest at a certain time. It's part of the process of life. So, number seven. Is there anyone here that's now willing to take responsibility for the abuse that you caused your partner before catching your 52 weeks of domestic violence counseling? Are you willing to take responsibility? Because many of us say things like, oh, she made me do it. Oh, he made me do it. Oh, he made me stab. He made me stab him. Or, they just made me do it. If she just shut up, boom, I had no choices. I just had to do it. I couldn't have left. I couldn't have went out the back door. I couldn't have planned my escape. Really? You could have left. And after getting one of those long sentences or getting some of these things that you have to do, like doing classes with me or doing classes with someone else, paying money and occupying your time for a whole year or even longer, I'm sure you'll eventually think about it and say, I did have choices. We all have choices. Matter of fact, we have many choices, not just one or two choices. There are choices that one can make. There are choices that one can make when it comes to using and abusing. If you don't pick it up, you can't get high. But yet we want to pick it up. We want to pick it up and do this and that with it. We want to pick it up, give it to somebody else. We want to pick it up and sell it to somebody else. But once you pick it up and your mind is in that sick state, you're subject to use it, right? So make life a little more easy on yourself. Learn to take responsibility for yourself and not put it all on your parents and other people. That's it. With your counselor, again, Mr. James Horton. Thank you.